Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see here. Let's test our sound here. Hey, Richard, what's up? Nice outfit. Thank you. Yeah, we got to do the sound check before we get the ball rolling here. So wonderful, wonderful. Let's see here. Let's test our sound here. All right, looks like our sound is perfect. Yeah, Richard, what's up? Nice outfit. Thank you. All right, it will be right back. And as you join the show, please share for me. We're going to have a wonderful show today. Share, please share.
Assemblée, appropriément, tout sacrément. Agitoba, Agabuga, tout sacrément. Agitoba, appropriément, tout sacrément. Assemblée, Agabuga, tout sacrément. I'm on delivery, carry the wow. I'm on delivery. I said I get it. kera gire, amude mule. Amude mule, ase fona gire, amude mule. Fonfa segin mo. Sasa segin mo. Yes, yeah, yes, yeah, yes, yeah. Angele, angele, angele. Yes, yeah, yes, yeah, yes, yeah. Angele, angele, angele. Angele, angele, angele. Angele, angele, angele.
Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together.
Guinea boy,
If we're pregnant, speak up.
Alice keep resident. Some people in the area, they not let man bend it. Some people in the market, they not let man bend it. Some men in the office, they not let man bend it. Some people in the club, they not let man bend it. But how we boy running? Dream my leg on running. Someone say running. In German say running. How we dancing running. Ride my car running. Go to club running. I will come and shine running. Oh, he running. In German say he running. Be the tate he running. Wap wap he running. Some people fair but me are happy. Drinking liquor I'm happy. You can't do club you having cappy. Les gens won't see you in a casket. You not let me like your penny. Shout out all my people then I own the carry. Anything I do, they know they first to like it. She eat my sausage, eat my bread, she saw my candy. Let the people then I let me on Facebook. But say they liking my photo. She needs to tell me say koto. Now I'm making money, she won't jump in my photo. Some people in the area, they not let man bend it. Some people in the market, they not let man bend it. Some men in the office, they not let man bend it. Some people in the club, they not let man bend it. But how we boy running? Dream my leg on running. Someone say running. In German say running. How we dancing running. Ride my car running. Go to club running. I will come and shine running. Oh, he running. In German say running. Be the tate he running. Wap wap he running. In front of the door that they play, I will park my car. How you will buy my music when the things stay playing in your car? That mean they walk and end the war before it start. They say my son and I'm for cheering, I turn and I'm too for far. The people stopping on my neck, I can't breathe. I come in bounce on them with my new brief. To feature me, you gotta say I learned deep. Don't compare me to any artist because me a damn big. They won't stop on me, oh, but they made a shim. They won't stop my shangle, but made a shim. See they all around with the medicine. I say, for me, you want medicine. Some people in the area, they not let man bend it. Some people in the market, they not let man bend it. Some men in the office, they not let man bend it. Some people in the club, they not let man bend it. Oh, we running. Oh, he running, oh. Dream my leg, oh, he running. Someone say he running. Someone say, oh. In German say he running. Someone say, oh. How we dancing running. Ride my car in running. Go to club in running. I will come and shine running. Oh, he running. In German say he running. Be the tate he running. Wap wap he running. Rescue mother fin abono, I see you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the voice of Sinoe. With Esoteric Rescue Model Finabono, I see you. All right, wonderful day in Pennsylvania, although it's kind of wet today out there. And so I hope all of you're having a great day as I am. I want to do a quick sound check before we get the show on the way. All right, let's see here. You're going to get a feedback from my end here. I like to double check so I don't have like cracking sounds. All right, wonderful day in Pennsylvania, although it's kind of wet today out there. And so I hope all of you're having a great day as I am. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Sounds awesome. And I hope this thing is true with you. Normally I like to recognize the people that are following the show. Yeah, so I like to recognize my man here. That's Donald Riches. What's up, buddy? Welcome on board. Welcome to the Voice of Sinoe. Brightness, Dre, Pretty Star. How you doing? Welcome on board. I think you're watching with the girls. Prudence and Treasure. All right, thanks for following, Daddy. I have here Mr. James Panto. Welcome aboard to the Voice of Sinoe. That's James Q. Manning. James Q. Manning. Welcome aboard. Mr. Cody Morris, the host of the Sarpo Nation. Welcome aboard, sir. And Doris Foma is also following. Kato Weah, how are you? Welcome aboard. All right, these are the people that I'm seeing right now. If you're on, please just share the link for me. And that's all I want you to do, and relax. And later on, if you want to participate, you want to be part of the show, simply say, send me the link if you want to come live. Or if you don't want to come live, you can also call the number at the bottom of your screen. You see the line that is moving. It has a number that you can call. All right, so basically that's something I want to tell you. Another thing, you can also follow the show on YouTube. Just put Madison Freeman, and we are right there. You're going to follow the show right there. All right, that way you can see on your big screen. That's it for intro comments. My weekend so far yesterday, we just took the children to the park to run around a little bit. We're still in the middle of COVID, but still have to at least take the children out there so that they can burn some of the energy. They have a lot of energy, burn some calories if you like. All right, so what do I have for you today on the show? If you like talking points, and so if you also if you follow you're on Facebook or YouTube, you also see the outline of things I'll be talking about today. All right, so let me review my agenda if you are not read my agenda. So let me see here, get to my agenda quickly here. All right, so I will just do happy birthday greetings to one or two persons, and we'll go on with that from there. So happy birthday greetings. If you're my friend, if I saw your birthday notification, I would do a shout out to you. Also, what I have for the discussion today, that's a preliminary, of course, for shout out. And I also have major talking point here for today. Does President George Weah lead a proper government or kleptocratic government? All right, that's a question we're going to be dealing with. I should have put the question mark over there. But does President Weah lead a proper government or kleptocratic government? That's a big word. We're going to break it down. Next thing I'll be talking about on the Voice of Sinoe, I call this Honorable Matthew Zarzar, or Honorable Zarzar submits Alvin Wesseh's name to serve as Superintendent for Fiscal Affairs of Sinoe County. All right. So Alvin Wesseh's name was submitted. Currently in Sinoe County, we do not have Superintendent for Fiscal Affairs. And so Honorable Zarzar wants that position to be filled. And so Alvin Wesseh, a name was submitted for that position. We want to go into further detail on that shortly. Just stay with me and share the link with your friends. Another thing I'll be talking about today, this one, Daxaya put that I'm here to educate the voters, the people of Sinoe County. And so the voter education starts now. And so we're going to be looking at our incumbent senator, or one of the incumbent senators of Sinoe County, Milton Teahjay. And so I called Milton Teahjay versus Ophelia Browne. The Supreme Court of Liberia's 2023 landmark ruling, which punctuated Milton Teahjay's arbitrary usurpation of land. You know, the senator, when he was superintendent, he was in the habit of grabbing people's land in the county. So we want to see what stopped Senator Teahjay from going after all the people's land. So that's a Supreme Court ruling. We're going to be going into that shortly. Mr. Jackson Williams, welcome aboard. Next thing I'll be talking about on the platform today, the call is President George Weah calls Mother Oral Geleo and other Sarpo citizens witchcrafts and declares death upon them. All right. And so we're going to be looking at a video. I'll play the video so you can listen for yourself. President George Weah calls Mother Oral Geleo and other Sarpo citizens witchcrafts and declares death upon them. All right. That's something we're going to be talking about. You don't want to miss it. So you want your friends to also participate. So share the link, please, with your friends. And the last one, but not the least, I call this Alexander Noah versus Shedra Kolo. Who stands a better chance to win? All right. So we're going to look at that question. So again, this is we are going towards 2023. So we have to do early voter education. And so today we'll be comparing and contrasting Alex Sonnenborn Noah and Reverend Shedra Kolo. And that's why we're going to be looking at the two potential candidates for 2023. Okay, so those are the things I have today for us. And let me quickly get the birthday greetings out of the way so we can go into the juice, the meat of our discussion today. Let me do the birthday greetings. If you're just joining me, welcome aboard. All right, so let's do happy birthday greetings quickly. And I have one major person here that I will do a shout out to. Let's see here quickly. Let me get to my images. All right, so this one is a pre-birthday shout out. And that's Mercy. Let me do Mercy first here. Let's see. Let me get to something here. I don't see it too clear from my screen over there. So Mercy is our former Queen, Delaware Valley chapter of the United Sarpo Association. She will be celebrating her birthday. And the birthday celebration, according to the flyer here, is come celebrate my birthday with me. And over there, she get is Saturday, May the 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, and on the flyer also she put there gifts are welcome. For any questions, you can call the number there on the screen for you, which is 267-262-3153. All right, so the address is also listed there. Let me bring that bullet point down just in case you want to come back to the video to get the address. All right, so it's right there. Is 5430, and it's Pascal Avenue, the Philadelphia, PA 19143. All right, so that's Mercy. Mercy will be celebrating, and Mercy is our former queen of the Delaware Valley chapter. Santo is her last name. She will be celebrating her birthday on May the 29th, and she is inviting all and sundry. And she is encouraging gifts as well. Come there, at least bring a little package for her. The next person I want to do a shout out to here is my own mother here. That's Mother Mabel City. Mother City is also, she celebrated her birthday not too long ago. We saw the notification on Facebook. So Mother Mabel City is one of those great mothers out there. Let me see here. Hopefully I'm not having a technical issue here. 3153. All right, good. My sound beautiful. So Mother Mabel City celebrated her birthday a couple of days ago. And so we want to use this opportunity to say happy birthday to Mother Mabel City. She is one of the backbones of the Delaware Valley chapter of the USAA. These are the elders, one of the elders that are supporting, helping President Francis Clark Myers here to lead our people. You know, the people, the elders are the fountain of wisdom. You know, so President Francis Clark Myers, you know, she confides in her a whole lot, and in the other elders in the union. You know, she above 60 years. And so, of course, our national president said from 60 years up, we shouldn't listen to those people. But we don't take that. We don't take that kind of philosophical stance. We believe that everybody should be listened to. That's what President Meyer believes in. And I think most people, if not all, with the exception of our national president, who sets an age demarcation at a certain age, people should listen to you. At a certain age, they should not listen to you. So from 60 years, they get old ideas, and we shouldn't listen to those people who are calling to our president. All right, so we want to say happy birthday, belated birthday to Mother Mabel City. We wish you many more years. That's another portrait of her here. Very beautiful. Nice image over there. All right, so those are the people that I have for shout out. So if you're out there celebrating your birthday, we want to say happy birthday to you and happy belated birthday, whatever the case may be. All right, let's get to the major thing here that I want to talk about. All right, let's get to the first thing. We want to start with here. Let's see. We'll start with President Geleo. You know, I got the master sheet here. So, what the president said. Before I play the video, let me call that a breaking news, because it's the first time in the history of the United States Association for a sitting president, or even not in office, to refer to the people that he leads, the people whose interests that he claims to be seeking, to call them names, to call them witchcrafts, and to say, I mean, I will play the video before I go into further analysis, but this is a breaking news, so we want to call that breaking news. So welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Dark Sarpo, the Esoteric. So the breaking news here that we have for you here is President Geleo of the United States Association in America calls Mother Oral Geleo. I don't know whether she's related to the president or not. I'm not quite sure about that. But the president went to, as you know, he's in Liberia currently, and these ladies, they came, and a lot of people, they came to greet him, and they offered word of advice to him. So I don't know what prompted that, but let's play that video quickly before I make further comment on that.
Okay, I did it. I've got idea about before. Monsieur vous pouvez en aller. Pourquoi vous en mettez?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the video over there. That video is quite alarming. It's quite alarming. It's quite alarming. So those that do not understand, that can understand the original language, I will interpret that to you shortly. But I want to play that video one more time. And when you do listen to the end part, the president of the United States Association, what he said in response to what the lady said. The lady did not say anything foul to the president. Those are all kind of words. But see the president's reaction. Listen, let me play that video again. Okay, I did it. I've got idea about before. Monsieur vous pouvez en aller. Pourquoi vous en mettez? Okay, that was the voice of the national president of the United States Association in Americas, President George. He's currently in Liberia. I don't know the specific time when he met with the people, but if you're not somebody who understands the language, the Sarpo language, basically the woman, what she was doing was blessing President George. She was telling him, when the people give you opposition, open your arms, open your heart. Don't be pompous, Do the right thing for the people. Listen to them. And she said, let the blessing of God be upon you. That's what the lady said. In response to what? That beautiful statement the lady, whatever she said to him, that beautiful statement. The national president, George Weah, I don't know the statement is actually not relevant to what the lady said. It is not needed at all. To say about let me see. Oh, wow. Give me a second here, guys. I see. That sound again. Let's test that sound again. That's what the lady said. Let's see. What the sound problem over there? One, two. One. Sound again. Let's test that sound again. All right. I think it sounds better now. Let's see. What the sound problem over there? How is it now, guys? I think it should be okay here. I'm monitoring from my end here too. One, two. Sound again. Let's test that sound again. All right. I think it sounds better now. All right. All right. It looks like it's fine. It is better now. Okay, thank you. So before I even go further, let me recognize the national president. It's not a mistake. She's the incoming national president anyway of the United Sarpo Association. Madam Francis Clamar, welcome aboard, and thanks for that sound correction. All right. So, like I was saying, the national president of the United Sarpo Association, this man right here, Green Code Geleo, went to Liberia. The video that I just played. The lady, her name is Oral Geleo. I don't know whether she related to the president. I'm not quite sure. People can have the same last name and still not be related. So I'm not quite sure whether they have any genealogical ties. All right, so President Geleo, the woman said she was basically advising the president, giving her blessings, invoking the blessings from God. And so she said, let God be with you. When the people give you the position, open your arms, open your heart to the people. Don't be pompous. Be homo, basically. You know, those are words you were saying. Be homo. We are one people. If you guys were not the same, or we were not same people, or you guys were not the same people, God would not have put you guys together, you know. And so let's be respectful to each other and work together and stuff like that. And she invoked the blessings of God upon the president. In response to what the lady said, the president said, if you don't understand Sarpo, she said, I mean, how is that statement applicable to what the lady said? Why would the president say that? Why? That means, in other words, the people, they are witchcrafts or they are wizards. You know, so they shouldn't do something to him, basically. So whoever engages into witchcraft activities will die. So when I listened to that video, it was so disturbing. Why would Green Code Geleo, the president, the people were so excited to see you, and the woman gave her words of advice to you, and you are calling them witches. You are calling them witchcrafts. And you said they want to die when they play witch. When they engage into voodoo activities, they want to die. Why would our national president, the people did not engage into any action that warrants that kind of speech, that kind of reply? Why would you say that? Why? So I was embarrassed. And so the president basically went to Liberia to insult the people. He went to Liberia to insult the people, to disrespect the people. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that listen to the video, maybe I didn't pay close attention. What did the woman say that was offensive to the president? That was out of line, for which President Geleo said, do not engage into voodoo activities. Anybody who engages into voodoo activities, at least negative voodoo, the person will die. And somebody was in the crowd and said, no, we are not witchcrafts. We are not witchcrafts. You see? And so, yes, Chris Morgan Connor, you are right. President Geleo needs to apologize to the people. You got to. He needs a public apology to be issued. You can't address the people like that. Why? Did you see the people engaging in any witchcraft activities? Why would you call them witches? Why would you invoke death upon the people? Why? I don't understand it. I'll play that video one more time. This time, let me play from the clip ads. Hopefully, we'll not have that sound problem we had earlier. But I just thought the video, I mean, the president's statement was out of place. Listen.
Okay, I did it. I do idea about before. Must have before only. Before we want match with
That's the national president. Let me check my video here or audio here. Sometimes when I play the audio, the sound, or the audio can have some problem. Let me see. Let me double check to make sure that the sound will be good. It's kind of a little delaying from my end here. Give me a second, please. Let me check my video here or audio here. Sometimes when I play the audio, the sound, or the audio. All right, perfect. So the sound is good. So you just listen to that. Let God be with you. Let God protect you. That's what the lady said. She said a lot of beautiful words. But unfortunately, the president of the United Sarpo Association, he decided to respond with unkind words to the lady or to the people. And the woman said, I said, would you go? Why would President George say that to the people? Why? Is he himself engaged into witchcraft activities? It could be. Why would George out of the blue and just say, Nyompo, I'm a male? Who is engaging into witchcraft activities? The lady was invoking the God, blessing the God that Green believes in. But Green decided to call the people witches and witchcrafts, and they would die when they play they play in the voodoo and da da da. It's embarrassing that our president consistently continues to disrespect the people. He went to Johnson the other day, his major speech, he marginalized certain population, the elders. He said, from 60 years up, the old people, they got old ideas. Don't listen to the old people. They will hold your future hostage. Now he's telling the people are witches, they're witchcrafts. No woman, man. And so when, especially the age bracket you were talking about, okay, then President George got to fire, say for example, Elder Sinoe. He is part of it. He support the man, the national chair ladies husband. He's above he is cystic or he above cystic. So those are people that are advising President George, but he said the old people, they got antiquated, they got old school ideas, the ideas are obsolete. And so they should get rid of the ideas. They shouldn't listen to them. They should listen to the young people. And that wasn't enough. The man said, the people are witches and witchcrafts. And then when they engage into voodoo activities, they're going to die. That's the national president of the United Sapota Association. So at every point, Green continues to go astray. And then when someone else will talk this thing, the guy he likes noise, he doesn't like certain people. No, if somebody is my leader and you are not conducting yourself as such, you're going to get esoteric lashing. I will lash you morally. I will correct you. I will put you on the right path so you can do the right thing. You are a leader. You cannot arbitrarily say stuff to people. And so that's President Geleo. To Liberia, this trip is a catastrophe. The whole trip is a disaster. And you know what? It does not only affect the president, it affects the image of our organization here because he represents us. He is the face of the organization. And so by the logic of Sinaiticus, and the logic of Sinaiticus says that the part represents the whole, and the whole represents the part. So by that logic, Green Code Geleo is part or the face of the organization. And so whatever he does affects all of us. And so at this point, like somebody right there pointed out, Chris, Mark, and David, Kana, I always said David, why is that so? But anyway, we are asking the national president of the United Sapota Association to apologize to our people. You cannot call them witches. You cannot call them witchcrafts. They did nothing wrong. To come and greet you, to issue whatever advice to you, how to lead, how to open your heart, how to be, how people should accept you, what you should do. When you go to our people, don't let you give money and you show your chest up in the air. That's what the lady was saying. Open up to the people. Open your heart. And you'll be a great leader. But sadly, the reply the woman deserves, according to President Geleo, is to call her witchcraft. Is to say that they will die when they engage into witchcraft activities. All right. And that's somebody from the man told us the other day. We, the educated people, when you're addressing the people, we, the professional people, this is how the professional people, professional man addresses people. That's professionalism to you, or to President Geleo. That's professionalism. That's how you address people. That is professional. That is educated. Yeah, that's how educated man behaves. All right, so that is the case. President Geleo calls Mother Oral Geleo and other Sarpo citizen witchcrafts and declares death upon them. That's what we want to talk about. Our first thing that we want to talk about here. Let me check something here. I just got a communication. Let me just read that quick, not loudly, but I just want to see what the person said. All right. Yes. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah. But I think it seems to be it's a culture. It's a practice over there. Whether the person is speaking English or Sarpo, the guy Somali who is on the side and speaking, interpreting. So I don't think it's that limited to the issue of agreeing. I mean, they do that a whole lot. Myself, sometimes I don't understand. Maybe the person is not loud enough, so the interpreter will kind of amplify what is being said. I don't know. All right. So let me see some of your comments, and then we'll go to the next thing here. So that's the breaking news from Liberia. Green Code Geleo calling our people witches and witchcrafts and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was a breaking news again. Let me amplify that one more time. All right, that's the breaking news. Our people now in Liberia are witches, and when they manipulate African signs, according to President Geleo, they will die. All right, let's go to the next thing that we want to talk about. Let me look at your comments, and I will proceed to the next thing. I saw a couple of comments coming in here. Let's see here. Let me engage your comments. The Alfred Yonte said wrong is wrong. That was blatantly wrong. You are right. He also said, Mr. Yonte, the president was wrong for saying that. He needs to apologize to the people. That's right. Mr. Kulimari said, we will continue to educate the president to do the right thing. That is right. We have to do that. We don't hit the president, but he has been, the power that he has is getting him intoxicated. And so we have to de-intoxicate the man by saying the right thing to him. Marie said, yes, I watched the video that day. Arise, my eyebrows that day also. Okay. All right. So yeah, that is anybody with eyebrow will be raised. So let's see here. Kudi say your sound is great. Okay, thank you. That's Doju. These are people who are carrying wrong, or these are people who are carrying wrong news out. He is wrong and wrong. All right, that's right. So everybody, pretty much, the viewers here, they are unanimous in denouncing the president's statement. All right, let's see here. Let's see what Zaria. Sorry, I even know. Those are people. Okay, so that's the same comment over there. Watching from Norway. Okay, thank you, sir. And I read that's Chris Kana. The president needs to apologize immediately. Very bad statement. All right, that's so true. All right, so those are the comments that I'm seeing right now. Let's get to the next thing I want to talk about here today on the Voice of Sinoe. We're going to pick up the things that you are not picking up. All right, let's see here. Let me get to this big one here. Does President... got a sound... Sorry, guys. All right, sorry here. That's a glitch over there. I took my sound off. All right, so we want to be tackling, this is a question. Does President George Weah lead a pro-poor government or kleptocratic government? Does President George Weah lead a pro-poor government or kleptocratic government? All right, and that statement, that question contains two major things in there. We got the expression pro-poor, and we have another big word there, kleptocratic. All right, it's an adjective describing government. I think there's a typo over there. Let me correct that. I don't like that. Let me do that quick correction over there. Hit to give me a second, and I will add a question mark over there so that we can deal with that. All right, so does President George Weah lead a pro-poor government or kleptocratic government? So the first thing we're going to do is to break some words down here to you. All right, and so the first thing we want to do is to deal with the first big word here. And I would say the big word we have to deal with first is, what is kleptocracy or kleptocratic government? All right, what is kleptocracy? You know, you have all these different classes. So you got democracy, you got mobocracy, you know. So democracy is government of the majority. All right. Then you got mobocracy. Mobocracy is a government of the mob, you know, violent group of people. You got tyranny, a government on dictatorship. Tyranny and dictatorship, they are the same. You have different groups. I mean, you have oligarchy and all of that, all different aristocracy, and it can go on and on. And so today we're going to be dealing with kleptocracy. When we say kleptocracy, what do we mean? Now, don't take it from me. Let me put this out here for you. Let me not define it for you. Let's see what the dictionary says about what the kleptocrat is, or kleptocracy, or kleptocratic form of government is. Let's look at the first definition here. And let me get to mine here. It's kind of a little small on the screen for me. And so I want to look at that for my device here quickly. And I will go here, and come over here. Okay, so this the first definition you're looking at over there, kleptocracy, according to the dictionary, said a society whose leaders make themselves rich and powerful by stealing from the rest of the people. A society whose leaders make themselves rich and powerful by stealing from the rest of the people. That's the first definition here from Cambridge Dictionary. Let's look at another one here. The next one here is from Merriam-Webster Dictionary, where it says here about kleptocracy. So kleptocracy, according to the dictionary definition, is a government by those who seek chiefly status and personal gain at the expense of the governed. Government by those who seek chiefly status and personal gain at the expense of the governed. All right. So here the aim in a kleptocratic government, and I like the definition better, is very simple. A society whose leaders make themselves rich and powerful by stealing from the rest of the people that they lead. That is kleptocracy. So if you want to pull it another way, government of thieves, government of rogues, people that steal. They steal from the people. And that's what kleptocracy is. So the second part, that's the government in which where the leaders, the people that lead, they steal from the people. That's kleptocracy. Government of rogues, thieves. All right, so our question that we want to deal with here is this question. I said, does President George Weah lead a pro-poor government or kleptocratic government? So we told you what kleptocracy is already. So the next thing we want to talk about is pro-poor. When we say pro-poor, what does that mean? What is that? When we say pro-poor, when something is pro, if you are pro something, you support it. If you are, say for example, if I'm pro Klawu Mane, I'm not against him. I'm for him. I support him. And so in that sense, whatever I do will be in the interest of Mr. Mane. So when you say pro-poor government, it's a government that is in the interest of the poor people. Whatever policy or policies that the government institutes will be tailored to the improvement of the lives of the people. That's a pro-poor government. Okay? So the question again that I'm asking here is the George Weah, or does the George Weah led or government pro-poor or kleptocracy? And so what we have to do is to look at the policies of the government, or the way the guys in government are living. And that's how you properly judge those guys or the government. That's how you can properly categorize. Now, before we go any further, let's play this congressman quickly. All right? congressman, a U.S. congressman, that's Chris Smith. He made a staggering, disturbing statement the other day about the president, the administration of George Weah. Let's listen to that comment, and we'll go ahead to see whether the George Weah administration is practicing kleptocracy, or is a kleptocratic government, or pro government.
Relationship with Liberia, which was founded by freed American slaves. Unfortunately, President George Weah leads a kleptocratic government that has been engaged in political corruption from the day he assumed office by depleting the government coffers for personal use while the people of Liberia suffer. Liberian Senator Varney Sherman was sanctioned last year by the Trump administration for corruption, which is a positive, though more needs to be done.
All right, I'll play a video again.
Relationship with Liberia, which was founded by freed American slaves. Unfortunately, President George Weah leads a kleptocratic government that has been engaged in political corruption from the day he assumed office by depleting the government coffers for personal use while the people of Liberia suffer. Liberian Senator Varney Sherman was sanctioned last year by the Trump administration for corruption, which is a positive, though more needs to be done.
All right, so that's a U.S. congressman. That's Chris. Chris. That was the recent video that has been trending. And so is the lawmaker erroneously or wrongly accusing the President Weah's administration? Is he just arbitrarily, randomly saying negative things about the Weah administration? There are some facts to support what he said. He said the Weah government engages into political corruption, and therefore it's a kleptocratic government that does not seek the interests of the people. I mean, to understand this statement is exaggerated, but we cannot dismiss that. It has facts in it. He gave it, for example, Varney Sherman in that statement. Is it true that Varney Sherman, he was banned by the U.S. government? He can't come to the U.S. anymore because of corruption. And Varney Sherman is part of the administration of the government of Liberia, which George Weah leads. And we can go in the government and identify other people that were declared guilty for corruption, such as, for example, my own senator, Milton Teahjay, was declared guilty for corruption in Liberia, but stealing the people of Sinoe County money. So here we are talking about kleptocracy, government that is led or wherein the leaders, they steal from the people. They steal at the detriment of the people. The local county, at the time, the man they elected in prior administration, Mr. Sherman, not Sherman, but Simon Kai, also squandered over $1 million of the soldiers' money. And the people, they are now fighting to put him back in the government. So we can go in the government, we can see the theft, the stealing that going on while the people are suffering. And they say the government is pro-poor. Is that true? Let's listen to the short video here from the former information minister for George Weah, Eugene Nangbe, where he said when he came to Philadelphia, hopefully the video, I mean, it's low, but I will highlight something for you here. I will say it better if it's not clear. Let me make sure my sound is good. In the government, we can see the... So now let's play that video quickly. So the audio is low, but I will play it one more time and I will highlight it. If you don't hear it, it's very low. But let me the video. Let's play that one. Hopefully, let me test my sound again to make sure always when I play the video, I have a little technical problem here back here. Let's see. Let me double check. It kind of low delay from my end here. All right. So if the sound is good on your side, just give me the thumb up, please. Hopefully, let me test my sound again. All right, my sound is great. Thank you. So you listen to the former, he's currently in the government. That's Eugene Nangbe. He was the former information minister for the president. And by then, when he had a press conference or the interaction, the Q&A with the Liberian community, I was at that program. Actually, I recorded that. I went there. I had the opportunity to actually ask the minister a question and all of that. But what he said in that statement was, the president got elected, inaugurated in January. By March, the issue of the properties, it came up. So January, February, March. So in less than 3 months, the issue of the president property came up. And he said, he's trying to minimize the gravity of the property. He said, it's a little nice 16 villa place. 16 buildings in no time. In less than 3 months or 4 months, he said from January, he was inaugurated, February, March, the property, it was out there. Okay? So, a government that is pro-poor, in less than 3 or 4 months in power, you have the man building, coming up 16 village place. He said villa place, 16 building. Other people say 43, other people say 47, but I'm going off of what the information minister said, 16. He didn't say 1. He didn't say 2. He didn't say 3. He didn't say 4. He didn't say, 15. He said 16. But there's supposed to be a proper government where the president is building 16 houses, building expensive, luxurious buildings for himself. So the question we are dealing with here is the President Weah's government, the George Weah-led government, is it a proper government or kleptocratic government? That's the question we are tackling right now. The president, in less than 3 months, he got 16 villa plate came up, according to the information minister. You got to understand here, President Weah been on the stage, he been wallowing in money for a long time. He was a world best, he was Africa best, he a Ballon d'Or holder, whatever they call that title. He was stand-up bearer for a political party. He was peace ambassador on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He was a senator. He was UN ambassador and all of that as well. He was a senator for Monserrate County. But during all that time, okay, maybe somebody would say, on Charles Taylor, the country wasn't safe, and therefore he cannot build his houses. But how about on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? 12 years in power. On Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, there was no war. On Ellen, the country was far safe than it is right now because we have United Nations troops in the country protecting the country. Okay, so the president did not build his 16 villa place in 12 years, but first 2 or 3 months in power, he got a village. But then the people are telling us this guy is pro-poor. His government is pro-poor. He wants people, the supporter of the president wants me to believe that I'm not in opposition to the president. I am a Liberian. I don't have a political party. I am a patriotic and objective Liberian. My interest is to the people first and not to a political party. and not to an individual. So if somebody has a government and he says that the government is in the interest of the people, and in less than 3 or 4 months in power, you got 16 buildings for yourself, and you are demolishing your building on 16th Street or 14th or 9th Street, whatever that location is, and you're breaking your house that been there for years, and you broke it down and make it into a mansion, and you say your government is proper, that is dubious. That is doubtful. I would doubt it. Now, look at the government officials, people that were paupers, that were poor. These guys are building mansions for themselves. Yes, people that never had anything for themselves, those people are building mansions for themselves. But then they want us to believe that the Weah administration is pro-poor. Is that what pro-pourism is? I don't want to believe so. I can give you examples of pro-poor policies around the world, or not in 1847, in the recent past. It was rare in Africa. Let's take the example of Thomas Sankara. That was the guy who implemented real pro-poor policy in his country. Thomas Sankara. Look at the man, go online and look at what the guy did. He didn't do it in 20 years, in 10 years. He did it on 5 years in office. What he did to transform Burkina Faso, which he changed. It was Ophelia. He changed it, the name of the country, to Burkina Faso, the nation of honorable people, the nation of upright people. So let's compare, for example, the policy, some of the things that Thomas Sankara did, his pro-poor policy, what he did in Burkina Faso versus what President Weah is doing in Liberia right now. That the people say the government is pro-poor. The people are hungry right now. To lead a presidential convoy or delegation somewhere, it takes a lot of money. The president has been going from town to town, from county to county. That's a waste of money. How are the money benefiting the people? To sustain a presidential convoy or the president travel, it's not something small. But the government is pro-poor. So let's look at, for example, some of the things that Thomas Sankara did in less than 5 years in office. Thomas Sankara, I retrieved it from online. You can just all go there and pull his history there. Thomas Sankara planted over 1 million trees to prevent desertification in his country. That's something he did. He didn't do that in one day or in 10 years or a few years. You are doing all these things that I'm about to name right now. Okay. Let's start with the first one here that I want to in this order. Thomas Sankara vaccinated 2.5 million children against meningitis, yellow fever, and measles in a matter of weeks. In a matter of weeks, he did that. Our president, our current government in Liberia said is pro-poor. But even the distribution of food in the midst of COVID-19, people are not getting it. But that is pro-poor government. Thomas Sankara, in less than 5 years, he initiated a nationwide literacy program or campaign, increasing the literacy rate in Burkina Faso from 13% in 1983 to 73% in 1987. So if you do your math, 83, 84, 85, 86, in 4 years, from 13% people that can read and write. By the time they reach 1987, 73% of the people could read and write. That's something Thomas Sankara did. That I'm talking about pro-poor policy here. Okay? He built roads and railway to tie the nation together without foreign aid. Okay, he did that without getting money from outside and begging people. He did that with domestic resources. Okay, have you seen a train track in Liberia? With the exception of the old ones in Lanco and other places, you don't see under the current Propo administration, they put down iron for train to pass. I didn't see that. You can see that right now, but that's a Propo government. But Thomas Sankara, in less than 5 years in office, we are talking about President Weah is almost 3 years in office now. 2023 will be up 3 years, but this guy we're talking about 4 years. He built railroads and roads to connect the nation. He went on, ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Sankara pro-poor policy. He outlawed female genital mutilation, forced marriages, and polygamy in support of women's rights. That's something that Thomas Sankara did. He outlawed female genital mutilation. Circumcision, something right now in Liberia, the guys don't have the courage to do that right now, to bring it up. The guy abolished all of that. Right now, the people will tell, I was listening to my senator the other day, Senator Milton Teahjay, we have to do nationwide investigation. Children are being victimized in the scientist society or whatever society. They take these unclean instruments and circumcise children, and somebody will say, we got to do survey. If somebody wants to do it, it should be voluntary, and you won't be an adult. If you want to do it, but they force some of the children and take them to the sandy bush to circumcise them. But in Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara said, no, this is inhumane. This is unacceptable. This is denigration of the females. So he outlawed female genital mutilation, forced marriages, get the children to stay married, some old man or whatever the age may be. They force them in our home. He ended up polygamy, where men have multiple wives, and the women are not getting equal treatment. He ended that practice. Okay, Thomas Sankara, ladies and gentlemen, he went as far as he sold off the government, all the prior administration, all the fancy vehicles they were driving, the Mercedes-Benz and all those things. He sold all the vehicles. All right, and he said all the government officials, they should drive what they call the Renault 5. It was the cheapest vehicle sold in Burkina Faso at the time. And that's why all government officials mandated everybody to drive the cheapest. Go right now in Liberia and see those vehicles the guys are driving. That's a pro-poor government. Yes. I saw the other guy, the Infinity. Brand new Infinity the guy was driving. I saw the cars. But that's a pro-poor government. So I'm doing this so that you can see the difference. The pro-poor government we have in Liberia is theoretical. It's not practical. It's not literal. We just see it. So let's look at what Thomas Sankara's pro-poor policy, what he did. A pro-poor government, what he did for the people. He reduced the salaries of all public servants, including his own, and forbade the use of government chauffeurs. People driving you around, all of that. No. He abolished also first class flying, people getting first class ticket to fly around and said, no, we can't do that. We need the money to be saved so we can put it into programs to uplift the lives of the people. He distributed land from the feudal laws, people that are owning these massive lands. He distributed the land from the landlord, the feudal landlords, and gave it directly to the peasants, the poor people. And in 3 years, wheat production, okay, at the time, wheat production rose in 3 years when he did that from 1,100 kg per hectare to 38,000 kg per hectare, making the country full self-sufficient. We are talking about under 5 years, Burkina Faso could feed herself with the proper policy of Thomas Sankara. So I'm asking, does President George Weah government Is he leading a pro-poor government or a kleptocratic government? All right, let's go further. What Thomas Sankara pro-poor government did in Burkina Faso. In Burkina Faso, ladies and gentlemen, what Thomas Sankara initiated, he opposed foreign aid, saying that he who feeds you controls you. He opposed that on the ground of that. He who feeds you controls you. So Thomas Sankara said, I'm not taking money from anybody outside there, because when they give me money, they will control me. And so we're going to use our domestic resources to develop our own country. That's a pro-poor mentality. He doesn't want to be a puppet to foreign countries. Or he didn't want to. And so he said, you know what? We are not taking money from outside. Today, your government, the IMF and other countries, when they give them a few $1 million, who IMF give them 1 million, 10 million, or 20 million today. And you don't see what the 10 million is doing in the country for the people. The guys are driving luxurious vehicles, but that is pro-poor government. They are building mansions for themselves, but that is pro-poor government. Go see the building that President Weah built for the people. And look at his own buildings, the houses that Weah built for himself. Compare the buildings to that of his 16, according to the information minister, that he built for himself. The houses that Weah built for the people, he himself cannot sleep in those houses. In the 21st century, what kind of houses you build there for the people? Those are the political buildings. They build that so that the people will vote for them. That's it. They want power. So Thomas Sankara, ladies and gentlemen, you know what he did again? He spoke in forums like the Organization of African Unity against continued neo-colonialist penetration of Africa through Western trade and finance. And that's one of the reasons the guy was killed, because they use the aid and the financing stuff to penetrate Africa. They use trade to penetrate Africa, to control Africa. And the guy spoke against those things. He called for a united front of African nations to repudiate, to reject foreign debt. See, he argued that the poor and exploited did not have an obligation to repay money to the rich and exploited. Yes, they don't have. How is it that these rich guys, the government officials, they will take the money and they say the taxpayers, you can't generate money, and they don't benefit from that money that they will take from the foreign country. The people don't benefit. And they say, you know what? You'll pay taxes, so we can pay those rich people back. So Thomas Sankara said no. That's one of the reasons why he was killed. Thomas Sankara pro-poor policy, ladies and gentlemen, you know what he did in Ouagadougou, which is the capital city of Burkina Faso. Sankara converted the army's provisioning store into a state-owned supermarket, open to anyone, the first supermarket in the country. That's what he did. That's a pro-poor policy. He went on also, ladies and gentlemen, pro-poor policy. We are talking about Thomas Sankara and what we have in Liberia right now. What are the pro-poor? Thomas Sankara went on, ladies and gentlemen. He forced civil servants to pay 1 month's salary to public projects. Yes. And so we have to pay our roads. We can't depend on foreigners to do that. We can't depend on donors. In fact, we are not taking aid from foreign countries. So all civil servants, we have to force you to build a road, because when the roads are built, all the projects that we are undertaking, you will benefit from it as well. So you went into that. And that's why you have railroads and different roads, highways that were built in Burkina Faso in less than 5 years under Thomas Sankara. A pro-poor policy. He refused to use the air conditioning. Listen to this one. He refused to use the air conditioning in his office on the grounds that such luxury was not available to anyone but a handful of Burkinabés. Think about it. This is a pro-poor president. He said, no, I can't be enjoying all the air conditioner and the people that I'm leading, they are in heat. I can't use the air conditioner. That's Thomas Sankara. That's a pro-poor leader. Go right now, enter your Weah office, you run. I went in the speaker office, the air conditioner is comfortable, nice. But go into people's houses, it's like you are in an oven. Oh, that's pro-poor government. The people light, they say the light they have right now, LEC is not even stable. But that's pro-poor. Thomas Sankara, who was the president of Burkina Faso, he said, you know what? I'm not using this air conditioning in my office because the people that I'm leading, they don't have such luxury available to them. Okay? He went on to say, another thing he did, Thomas Sankara, he pro-poor policy. As president, he lowered his salary to $450. $450. We're talking about $450 a month and limited his possessions. Okay, the things that you own, right? Listen. So $450 a month, that's how much you are making. And limited his possessions to a car, one car, 4 bags, backsackle, right? 4 bags, 3 guitars, bang, 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 the guitar you can play, right? He got 3 guitars, a fridge, and a broken freezer. Those were the things the man had. This is what we call pro-poor leader. Look at your president convoy right now when he's traveling. Look at the convoy. Look at the properties the man owns right now. He's a pro-poor leader. He demolishing his house and building state of the art another building. In addition to the villa that the information minister told about, that's a pro-poor government. Thomas Sankara, pro-poor government, this is what he did. A motorcyclist himself, he formed an all-women motorcycle personal bodyguards. Okay, women, you are pro-women, trying to empower the women. This is what he also did. He required public servants to wear a traditional tunic woven from Burkina cotton and sewn by Burkina craftsmen. The reason behind it is to rely upon local industry and identity rather than foreign industry and identity. Okay? So we say we wear our own clothes, we make our own clothes. Because you have to understand that business, if you start buying the foreign, the money leaving your country. And so the man said the money will stay local. We'll make our own things. We'll wear our own clothes. Right now, you see me, I wearing Western suit. We can manufacture our own clothes. That's why I let the Nigerians. You see, they wear the nice African stuff. And that's one of the ways to get your economy going. But you buy foreign stuff, the money is leaving your country, leaving your economy. Thomas Sankara pro-poor policy versus George Weah pro-poor policy. He required, this is what he did. When asked why he did not want his portrait, okay, his picture, right? When asked why he did not want his portrait hung in public places, as was the norm for other African leaders, Sankara replied, there are 7 million Sankaras, or Thomas Sankaras. Is that what he said? Right now, you go in any office in Liberia, you see the Weah picture all over the place. The man is being deified. Thomas Sankara said, no. We have 7 million Thomas Sankaras around here. You don't need my picture. You don't need me in your office, and I'm not a god. You don't have to worship me. Everywhere you go, where you see your Weah picture, big, massive pictures all over the place. I said, no, nobody shouldn't put my picture in your office. Okay, man is down to earth. When the people calling George Weah, they don't put doctor, His Excellency, then you're not doing anything yet. That's a pro-poor leader. And the accomplished guitarist, he wrote the new national anthem himself. Thomas Sankara wrote a national anthem of his country. So I can go on comparing the Propo policy. And again, he did not do this thing in 20 years as president. He did those things in under 5 years. But President Weah is going to a 4th year in office. You cannot compare that to what Thomas Sankara did, the Propo policy. Go see your country. I was there not too long ago. And the people who the Propo government is working. And the people are suffering in the country. And they said that Propo government. The civil servant, the lawmakers, they are starvers, they are demonstrating 24 hours, they are not getting paid. But yes, that's Propo government. People are setting themselves ablaze, on fire, at Chipompon. Yes, that's Propo government. So, given what I'm looking at in Liberia, and given that 16 billion actually, 16 billion got missing, and nobody has been declared guilty, given that 25 million United States dollars, according to them, it was infused into the economy, and we can see. And when the Crow report came and they said the finance minister couldn't provide document to substantiate, to name those firms that received the money, the 25 million, he refused. If you read the Crow report, he refused to get documents to substantiate those things. That's a Propo government. Oh yes. And so I'm not the smartest man, but I'm not the dumbest guy either to fall for that kind of thing that's going on in the country. 16 billion Liberian dollars got missing and nobody has been declared guilty. And then when you read the presidential task force report, the president himself, he set up a presidential task investigation team to investigate that money. And the people reported that yes, some money, Milton Weeks and Charles Salif, they could not account for X amount. They couldn't account for it. But those guys are free men walking around. That's Propo government. Oh, yes. They want us to believe that nobody has been declared guilty for all the corruption scandals in the country. Those people are free people. But they want us to believe that, oh, the Weah government is Propo. No, not me. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for one bit. You can believe it on policy basis. But as a patriotic Liberian, at least when I'm seeing the philosophy of Jeremy Bentham being applied in Liberia, which is utilitarianism, the greater good for the greater number, when I'm seeing the greater number of people in the country are improve, their lives are improving, then I will say, okay, this is a Propo government. But I'm seeing minimalism, few people, an exiguous group of people, they are enjoying the resources of the country. But that is Propo government. No, I can't take that. When you go to the Capitol building, when the speaker car is parked, the people engulf the vehicle, people going there to beg. And we have a Propo government in the country. Oh no. No running water in the people's houses. They still go to the well, they take by and drink dirty water. That is Propo government. If you get out of Monrovia, it's a total stone age life the people are living in that country. But then people will come and get on the internet and say a Propo government. Got a long convoy when the president is on a tour right now, the long vehicles. How do you sustain those things? That's a cash intensive. That money is not benefiting the people. It's propaganda that's going on in our country right now. It's not political propaganda for the re-election of the president. You got build few market building here and there and all of that, and you said a Propo government. See what Thomas Sankara did in less than 5 years in office, and that's what we call Propo government. If you also want to know what Propo government is, look at the policy of Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore. Look at what he did also. That's what we call Propo government. I'm not talking about what's going on over there. The guys are building. You go out in Liberia the other time, you go to the entertainment places, the government officials are there and they are chilling, enjoying themselves with little girls sitting down on their laps and stuff. That is okay. That is proper government. It's nonsense. When I hear that people saying it, it's nonsense to me. That is anti-poor people. That's what's going on in that country. Anti-pro people. It's not pro government. It's against the old people or the poor people in the country. That's the government will have. So Congressman Chris Smith is up to something. It's up to something. When people can be declared guilty for corruption in the country and they are still in government, that's a kleptocratic government. Oh, yes. And it begins from our own county, Sinoe County. And Milton Teahjay stole the people money. He was declared guilty, and Milton Teahjay is still in government. So it's a government of rogues. Oh, yes. He stole our county money, abandoned 72 projects or 74 projects in the county, all the roads in the county, Sarpo County that should have been electrified. He ate the money. And the man is still in government. And they say that's a pro-poor government. You want us to buy that? Oh, no. That's a kleptocratic government. The congressman is right. And we are with him. We want to make sure, I understand, per the podcast of Costa the other day, they're coming the list of people. They're going to ban them again like they did to Vanisham. We want to hear more names. And I think my county senator should be included. Milton Teahjay should be in the midst of those corrupt people. That should be banned, even though he doesn't come to America anyway, because he has issue. He can't enter the country. So we want to. That's the way to get these guys streamlined. Let it start thinking properly. How is it that broke people that are all over the place had nothing and they just start having mansions all over the place? And they call themselves pro government. They want us to believe that. So we are looking up to the U.S. government to make sure that more corrupt officials are banned. If possible, let their property be seized. The same way to the looted our country. At least the guys, I mean, they're in the country, you know. So, but it's not still okay to loot if you're in and out of the country. I was looking at the article the other day. Taylor left the country for the $8 million in his suitcases that you're traveling with. 1,600 plus carats of gold, diamond, and stuff. I like this. These guys were literally looting the country, and that's what we have right now. And they said a proper government. We are doing nothing different from what other people did. We want to see something meaningful done in the country, in the lives of the people. Yes, what we have right now is just political plaster. You know, like when the person gets sued, you put a plaster on it. It's a political plaster. They put a plaster on the wound. And if we are not too smart to go through those tricks, people are suffering. Little kids in the street, they're selling plastic bags. These people gotta be in school, daycare, and stuff like that. But they're in the street. Buy your plastic bag, buy your candy. You see this in the USA? No, you don't see that. Children in the street. And that's a proper government. And I will go to the next one here that I have for you. But before we go there, I'd like to do a quick commercial here, and I'll be right back.
I won't tell you later, but Martin, I won't tell you later, but Martin, I won't. I hear something, 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 I hear something. Destiny, they can't stop my destiny. 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 So my hoping for me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, Docs and Sarpo, the Esoteric. Wonderful day, 28th of March, 2021. We are coming to you live from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania. Now, this is the breaking news from Sinoe County, Republic of Liberia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dark Side Pool, the Esoteric. The breaking news right now from Sinoe County that we are hearing. If you are familiar with Sinoe County politics, if you are following what is going on in the county, you will notice that up to now, since the demise of Gift Morris, who was the fiscal superintendent of Sinoe County, since his demise, that position has been open. Nobody knows fiscal superintendent for Sinoe County. And so the political guardian of Sinoe County, Honorable Matthew Zarzar, submitted recently, the name of Alvin Wesseh to occupy that position. That's a picture of the young man there, Alvin Wesseh. Mr. Zarzar thinks that it is not fair that Sinoe County has various tribes, and only a few or one or two tribes are represented in the power structure of the county. It is unfair. And so currently, if you look at the power structure, the leadership positions in the county, you have the superintendent, leading up with Chie, who is a crew guy. If you go by what we call patrilinealism, which I think Liberia practices nominally. So Liberia practices patrilinealism, where the children, the father has control of the children. And so because of that logic, lead number Chid is both his, I think his mother is Sarpo and his father is Crew. So by the philosophy of patrilinealism, he's a Crew guy. His deputy is also, I'm told, Crew. Okay, and if you look at the major position that is occupied in Sinoe is the port managerial position, the port director position, which is occupied by Addison and Noah. But the depot people are not represented. And so Mr. Zarzar said we need for all the tribal groups in the county to be reflected in the power structure. And so against that backdrop, Alvin Wesseh's name was forwarded so that he can occupy the fiscal superintendent position in Sinoe County. And I think that's a great move. Certain people cannot be in the county and they are marginalized. They got to be part of the decision making of the county. All of us, let's put our ideas together to push the county agenda forward. Okay, so let me look at this. For example, superintendent is a crew guy. Development superintendent also is a crew guy. County inspector is also a crew guy, crew person. A port manager is Sarpo. So the first top position in the county, the Geleo people are not represented. All right. And so take for example, the Soin Jair is the inspector, the county inspector. Ms. Crad is the development superintendent, or Mrs. Crad is the development superintendent. And those are crew. And when the port manager is Sarpo, and the Geleo people are not represented. And so Alvin Wesseh was his name was submitted to fill out the the fiscal superintendent of Sinoe County, that vacancy that is currently in the county. I think it's a good move, great move. I met the young man when I went to Liberia. He's a level-headed guy. I think he'll do a terrific and wonderful job in that capacity. Hopefully, the senator will not oppose him because he's in a hobby. Let me see here before I get sound problem here. And if you look up General Sinoe County. All right, so Alvin Wesseh is her name was put forward, and we'll see sooner rather than later you will be in a position as the fiscal superintendent for Sinoe County. You know, I mean, these things, if you even look at the U.S., where you have the whites in the majority, and you have the African Americans, and you have different minority groups, they have these various affirmative programs, so where they create rooms for the minority groups to be represented as well. And so we need some sort of program like that in Sinoe County, some sort of affirmative action where the so-called minority groups will be represented as well. You know, we have a county of different people, and when certain people are those that are in the majority, they're always in the top. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have the best ideas. So we need the ideas from everywhere. So this analogy of the keyboard, you know, you need a keyboard, the A, the B, the different keys. You combine those different alphabets or characters, and you get a word, you get a sentence, and so on and so forth. So we need everybody ideas, you know, the different tribal groups in the county, so that we can put our ideas together to develop our county. So I think this is a good move by pushing Alvin Wesseh and putting a name forward so that he can be the fiscal superintendent. Will be fair in the county, and that will be a fair move. And in the future, you can have the first top positions as well at the local government level to be occupied by one tribal group. It's not fair, you know, that should be looked at moving forward. You know, I think the fact that the people in the majority doesn't mean that they have all the educated people. So we have to look at the educated people and those with requisite skills and try to select people from every tribal group in the county to make sure that everyone or every region is represented in the county. All right, so we want to say congratulations to Alvin Wesseh for his name coming forward. We also want to say congratulations to Honorable Zarzar for always looking out for the interests of the people, and so that we have a progressive and unified county. All right, let's see how it plays out. Let's get to the next thing that I want to talk about today. We talked about President Geleo already, and let's get to Alice Noah versus Reverend Shadrach Kolo. Who stands a better chance to win 2023 electoral district number 3, Sinoe County? Now, Kolo contested before 2017 against Honorable Zarzar, and this is the guy right here, Kolo. If you don't know who he is, let me put Kolo's image right here. Kolo image. Where is Kolo? This is Reverend Kolo right here, and that's a recent image when he appeared at the Voice of Sinoe community radio station in Sinoe County. That's a terrifying picture, of course. I don't know what you're doing on that picture, but that's Reverend Kolo. Reverend Kolo contested 2017 against Honorable Zarzar. He came second, even though the votes he got were like 1,000 something. Honorable Zarzar was in 5,000 plus, you know. So he's not the strong guy in the county. I mean, just the people that voted for him, they voted from the Camotown Bell. You know, the few 1,000 people in the Camotown Bell, those are the people that voted for Kolo. Sonny Ball contested when I think the late Waba won the election. His performance also was dismal. But we are in 2021 now. And if you don't know Sonny Boy, here's Sonny Boy picture here. Let me put his picture here too. Oh, this is Sonny Boy. He is currently the port manager of Sinoe County. Now, I'm not doing it right now to say, oh, I'm endorsing a candidate. No. I'm just doing the juxtaposition right now. Compare another candidate to another candidate and see in a way the option based on my analysis, okay? And so this should not be an endorsement. It should not be construed as an endorsement of a particular candidate right now. No, I'm not endorsing people until I had a conversation with this young man not too this morning, and you were asking me, oh, the election are coming up. Who are you supporting? And I told him I cannot, it will be premature right now to say I'm endorsing somebody because I have not seen the platforms of the candidates. I have not seen how they will answer the why and the how question, how they will implement their agenda, for example, or their agendas. So those are things that I look for. So I look at the platform that you are bringing, I look at your history, and then I make my decision. Okay? So right now, let's look at Kolo and Sonny Boy Noah. Let's start with Reverend Kolo. First of all, you have to listen to the title Reverend. The man's a Reverend, okay? Reverend Kolo. Okay, so when we go with the logic of division of labor, then a reverend is supposed to be in the church. Okay? A reverend belongs in the church to take people to heaven. That's the job of a reverend. To counsel people. To preach to people. To engage in charity activities. But that could also be done by non-reverend. But purposely, the job of a pastor or reverend is to prepare people to take them to God, whatever God is. And so that's what we expect of Kolo. Reverend Kolo, this man right here. So Reverend Kolo now has abandoned from the local things. He is trying to abandon God to go in the House of Representatives, which is not a church, which is not a cathedral. No, it's a political ground. And so Kolo did theology, the study of God. Instead of remaining in that area to study about God, Kolo wants to go and become a lawmaker. And so he tried in 2017, and the people said, no, sir, you belong in the church. That's where you belong. You are here to carry, your job is to take people to heaven. Those that want to go to Jesus, so they can go to Jesus. That's your job. And so the people, they voted and they said Kolo should remain in the church. Okay? Kolo, ladies and gentlemen, from my view, he's not a good leader. He might be a good pastor, but he's not a good leader. Being a pastor does not make you a leader or necessarily makes you a leader. Kolo, during the 2017 election, his boys, he did not properly school his supporter. He did not properly educate his supporters. In a democracy, it's a context, and somebody got to win. Mr. Zarzar won the election in 2017. Kolo did not educate his supporters, and the guys got angry. Mr. Zarzar's supporters were jubilating. Common Town is part of Zarzar. And so the people were dancing and going through the town, and Kolo campaign headquarters was based in Common Town, is still in Common Town. And so Kolo group got angry because Kolo did not properly educate his supporters. And so these guys, when Mr. Zarzar's supporters were jubilating and happy and passing through Common Town, they got angry and they assaulted, they attacked their fellow citizens. One person died in that process. Mark Norman, right now, he is blind. The guy brushed that guy's eye. Kolo did not do anything. He did not issue a statement. He did not take responsibility for the actions of his supporters. Kolo now is coming back. He wants to be a representative of the people. And his campaign is solely about Camotown. He is all about Camotown. The guys in Camotown, when they misbehave, he does not correct them because he wants their support. That is his base. If like President Trump, when his supporters, they do something wrong, he doesn't speak against that because he wants to maintain his base. So right now, that's the same thing. Kolo supporters, they went wrong, they went astray, but he does not have the leadership ability to chastise his supporter, to denounce what he did, to take responsibility for the actions of their supporter. So Kolo is now coming back. And Kolo, ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand, it's a puppet of Milton Teahjay. During the prior election, you got to understand Milton Teahjay is on record for stealing the people of Sinoe County development money. He was declared guilty. He is on record for saying corruption part, I get it, I can't deny. This is the man that Kolo, he is the body of Kolo. He is a political godfather for Kolo. Kolo is also supported by another corrupt man, Romeo Kuya. These are the people that are supporting Kolo. And so these people do not have good mind for Sinoe County. And these are the people that Kolo is in bed with. Imagine the guy is not in power, but he is in bed with the corrupt people. But then they say this is the right person for the people of Sinoe County, district number 3. I say no. From the outset, I would tell you Kolo is the wrong person for electoral district number 3, Sinoe County, because of his record. He's not a good guy. I would say that a federal citizen, a Sarpo person, a citizen of the district, the guy, his Kolo supporter burst the guy eye, Mark Norman. Another guy was killed. And Kolo cannot take responsibility. He cannot say that I'm sorry. No statement from the office of Kolo. But this is the man that the people say, and he is a pocketbook for the most corrupt man in Sinoe County, Milton Teahjay. He's a pocketbook of the man. He's not an independent thinker. He's a puppet. We don't need puppet in electoral district number 2. It would be a disgrace to the seat, a vacant seat left by Mr. Zarzar. Mr. Zarzar is a noble man. This is the man that exposed corruption, the likes of Teahjay. And Teahjay is supporting Kolo, and we want Kolo to go there so that he can join the corruption choir. Oh no. Now when Dasayopo is around, we're going to expose these people. They are not, Kolo is not the right person. I went to Liberia, I met Kolo. We had a conversation about this particular topic. I brought it. I said, Kolo, you went wrong, sir. Why did your supporter hurt another citizen and one person died? And Kolo was telling me the guy who I got burst was he is a supporter of Mr. Zarzar. Kolo said that Zarzar supporter themselves burst the guy eye. I said, Kolo, that doesn't make sense. Unhappy man, the group of people that are happy will not go and burst and start busting each other eye. It's the anger. You guys, your supporters were the one that were throwing stones at these people because you said why they left Bedebo Creek and they came to Camotown to jubilate. And this is electoral district number 3. The people, all citizens of Liberia, they are free to go anywhere to dance. Once they are not causing harm to anybody, they're free to go anywhere. Kolo were making the argument, they left the headquarters and they came to my place and they started dancing in front of my people. And what you expect the people to do? Is that a leader talking? Is this the man you want for electoral district number 3? You put Kolo over there, it will be a Camotown district, or you'll be a Camotown lawmaker. He will not be a lawmaker for electoral district number 3. There are 3 statutory districts. The man was meandering in Camotown and he said he wants to be a lawmaker. He got 1,000 votes from Camotown Bell, and he said he has hope. Mr. Ronald Clark that those are the people that are supporting him. Ronald Clark was telling us the other day, I can't go to Sarpo people meeting. The people that respect me, this is my first time coming here, and I get my candidate, and the people did not respect me. I will say that you don't go to the people functions, you're not identifying with the people, and you say the people that respect you. Tama can't find at home. Tama is not going to the people meeting, and he say he supported Kolo. We're going to see what a Kolo is going to get more than 1,000 votes again. Kolo is not a good guy for that place. Kolo is not good for the church. Let him go and preach to the people. Let him go and give the people erroneous biblical education. Let the man go and indoctrinate people with biblical lies. Oh, yes, I said, oh, the guy called it the Bible lies. The Bible is a fictitious book. And I would say that what the comments are put. Now, let's go to Alex Sonenborn Noah. I'm contrasting here Sonenborn Noah and Reverend Kolo, who has the chance to win. And from this, my analysis right now, Kolo, you have to understand, Kolo has not served in government before. He has no clue of how government works. He only knows how the Bible, how Genesis, how Adam and Eve, they were in the garden, and the people, the snake fooled the woman. I don't know where snake can talk before you fool woman. The book just put people down. They look down on females. So they say snake fooled the woman. Not a man though. That book is called misogynistic book. It's anti-female. So they look down female. They are not intelligent. Oh, the snake fooled the woman. And then fooled the man. That's the kind of thing that Kolo teaching the people in the church. That's what Kolo should do. Later on will come and decolonize those people, because the man is colonizing the people, giving a biblical indoctrination, which is not good for our people. The Bible does not make people to think. They will tell you, don't think, pray to God, that all. No. So that Kolo stay in the church. Kolo, that's why you went to school to pay your money to take people to heaven. Now, let's come to Sonenborn Noah. Sonenborn Noah contested before, like I said, against the late Waba, and you were unmercifully flogged. Yes. But then he was a political tyro. He was a greenhorn. He was still a student. So the people say, you know what, Sonenborn? You have the ambition, you have the dreams, but you have to go back. Make sure you get prepared properly. So the young man said, okay. So he was whipped by Waba. And so he went back to school, completed his undergraduate education. Sonenborn Noah also worked at the Capitol building. Okay, you have to understand that. He knows how the legislative process, he has an idea of how it works. Kolo has no clue. Okay, so the man works at the Capitol building, or worked at the Capitol building for several years. And during the campaign, he called Senator Teahjay, the man, he said, no, the man declared, he was accused of corruption. He cannot be, so he said something that Senator Teahjay got there one time, and that's how the man, took him from payroll. It was a whole huge fight and all of that, So he knows, at least he have a foundational education as to how legislative processes they unfold. Kolo has no clue. So now let's go further. Let me tell you, Sonenborn Noah, if you don't know who he is. This is Sonenborn here. So he worked at the Capitol building before, and he is currently the port manager of Sinoe County. So he has administrative background. He has good leadership background. Right now at the port, when he got there, they got like 4 persons on pay. The man, carry up to about 20 or almost 40 person plus now. He increased the workforce at the port. He has undertaken a lot of projects. The project the other day, the superintendent or the city mayor of Drawson District, the town hall. It has work to be done on it. The man repaired the building. He built this nice, modern, contemporary, let's say, toilet facility in Vubadi. He built this, it's modern. He got the flush toilet and everything in there. So Sonenborn got a lot of things going on. I'm doing a comparative analysis here. I'm not a supporter of Sonny Boy Noah. I haven't endorsed anybody. I haven't seen a platform. But I'm looking at what he has done. He even gave a motorbike to the new statutory district of Sinoe County, electoral district number 3, Mr. Tote. He gave a brand new motorbike so the man can be mobile to get around, to do his work. So he helped a lot of young people. And that's why the guy's been Kolo understand he has a mission school. But on a political time, we can hear about mission school. There was nothing about Kolo mission school and all of that. We never heard about him. He was getting an offering from the church and doing whatever you got to do. But now, politics time, say, oh, the man got mission school and stuff like that. We haven't seen the picture of the school anywhere in Sinoe County, but he has a mission school. So the man is a reverend. But first of all, he's not reliable. Yes, he's not. And so Sonny Boy Noah, he is appealing to the young people as well as the elders. He toured the county the other day, or the district, and the reception was epic. It was phenomenal. And so let's just say you have Sonny Boy Noah and Kolo in the race. I can tell you with confidence that Sonny Boy Noah will politically decapitate Reverend Kolo. That I can tell you for sure. Yes. Because Reverend Kolo did not show leadership in the past. When things are tough, that's when you know a true leader. Kolo, imagine another citizen. I got burst. The guy right now is blind. Another guy was killed. And Kolo told me that when I went to Liberia, I tried organizing reconciliation and nobody came. If you say you want to be a representative and you convene a meeting or you call and say several times you try to organize a reconciliation and the people are not coming. If that is happening, it's a bad signal. It tells you that the people, they are not gravitating towards you. Yeah, so you have to go and ask God that why is it that? What sort of message the people are sending to me are calling them for reconciliation and they are not coming? So God will interpret that message to you. But I can tell you right now, it's a bad political omen. It's not a good thing in your interest. So if I were Kolo, I would save my little team, my little offering, and just stay in the church and preach to the people. That's what I would do. But you'll be spending money again. The people that you surround yourself with, it sends a wrong message. You cannot take Romeo Weah, who was the development superintendent under Teahjay. When Teahjay left, he became superintendent proper. And the man looted our county account. If you look at the second audit report, the man left according to the report, he left over negative $27,000 United States dollars in our account. That's how much Romeo Weah left in our account. This is the man that's supporting Kolo. The man ran 5 times for elected position in the county, and the people rejected him. This is the man that's supporting Kolo. Milton Teahjay, the king of all kings of corruption in Sinoe County, the man is supporting Kolo. The man who, in the history of Sinoe County, a certain leader who was declared guilty for corruption, and he was charged $50,000 United States dollars, and up to now he has not paid that amount. But this is the man that's supporting Kolo. Dr. Clark told us he can't go to Sarpo people any function. The people don't recognize him, but he the one supporting Kolo. So you are in a bad environment already. That place where the people around the man, they are not politically fertile for the man victory. No. And so, Sonny Boy Noah, when you see the web of people, I'm told, it's not conclusive, but speculatively, he might get the endorsement of the political Gandhi of Sinoe County on Zarzar. So when he gets that, I guarantee you, any candidate who gets the support of Honorable Zarzar in electoral district number 3 is not engraved in stone. But the probability of winning is 95%. I guarantee you that. Because the man has a magnificent legacy in our district. As a matter of fact, the entire county, he has a wonderful record. So anybody he takes, that person has a leverage. Okay? So Kolo and Sonny, if the two guys were in the race, Kolo will remain in the church, and Sonny will be sent to the Capitol building. All right, so these are the two candidates that I want to juxtapose today. Okay, Kolo for sure. That's how you put that. I will be definitive right now. I'm not going to support that guy. No, he's not my candidate. He did not prove to me in the past that he's a good leader. No. And when I went to Liberia, you were giving all the alibis. And I literally have to push the guy for the guy to take responsibility for his action. Oh, yeah, I take responsibility. I even call meeting and the people that won't come. And that's a man that wants to be our lawmaker. No, the man can stay in Common Town and preach to the people. All right, Sonny Noah stands a better chance if you compare the two of them. There are other candidates in the race. In our next show, we'll also compare and contrast another two candidates and see how you want to play. But Sonny Boy has a background. He worked at he worked in the Capitol building before. He's currently the port manager. He has a pretty good relationship. Senator Milton Teahjay, who is supporting Kolo, has been fighting the young man to remove him from the port and all of those things. And Kolo is okay with that. He hasn't said anything and said, "Oh, Senator Teahjay, all of us, we own this county, and we have the right to take position if we are capable, if we have the necessary skills and the credentials. Sonny Boy is qualified. So why are you pursuing him?" But he can't do that. He wants Senator Teahjay support. And so Kolo is he's in a bad shape. Terrible. I mean, it's a bad is actually undescriptive. The man is on political oxygen right now in electoral district number 3. He can't win that district. No way. All right, let's see. Let's see my last talking point here before I let you go. But before I go, let me go to the next thing. Let me recognize people that are following right now. Milton Teahjay, how you doing, sir? Welcome on board. I hope you're having a good time in Liberia. LRB Messenger, how you doing, sir? Welcome aboard. I think he's a veteran a journalist. These are people who are following to glean some knowledge from their fountain. So LRB Messenger is I think the host of LPR, Liberia Public Radio. That's Mr. C. So yeah, he's a good broadcaster. I listen to him. Let's say Noah, how you doing? Poor manager, welcome to Voice of Sound of Shallow. How you doing? Simile Panto, how you doing, sir? And others. So I recognize all of you before I leave. Let me go to the last talking point for today before I call it a day. Let's see here. So the last one that I wanted to talk about here, again, this is how we are gradually gravitating towards our 2023 elections. And so I'm doing early voter education to tell the people, these people that will be coming to you. And so the last one here, we want to talk about the political B-52 of corruption in Sinoe County, Milton Teahjay. So this is the man right here. If you don't know him, that's Senator Milton Teahjay. He's the incumbent right now. So my talking point there is Milton Teahjay versus Ophelia Browne. The Supreme Court of Liberia's 2018 landmark ruling, which punctuated Milton Teahjay's arbitrary usurpation of land. Oh yeah, big words. Okay, yeah, but what that means is Ophelia Browne is a citizen of Sinoe County when Milton Teahjay was the superintendent. The man usurped the woman's land. He took the woman's land forcibly, arbitrarily, randomly. Okay, so he went and took the woman's land because he's a superintendent. And so the woman took the issue to court. The local court in Sinoe County, the rule, as a matter of fact, when you are building, the court sent an injunction for the work to be stopped. But Senator Teahjay doesn't believe in the rule of law. The man didn't listen and he went ahead with that project, built the structure, and eventually the process went on, and the local court ruled against him that the land is not his. So he took an appeal. He went to the Supreme Court of Liberia. And the Supreme Court also reaffirmed the ruling of the lower court. Okay, so I am telling you this to inform you that, you see, that I think it was Law Acton that said power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. This man, power is an intoxicant to him. Power, in other words, is alcohol to Milton Teahjay. When he drinks the intoxicant of power, he does not think for anybody else but himself. He doesn't care. And so the man took the poor woman land. The Supreme Court of Liberia got to come in to rule and reaffirm. So they took the house from Milton Teahjay. They took the house from him and they gave it to Madam Browne. If you want to read the court document, go on my page. I publish all the court ruling. I think about 34-page document. You can read it. It's right on my page. Go and read it. Right there. See what the man put a bunch of lies together in that report. The petition, he said Ross gave him the land, and then when they went to court, the document he gave, it was signed by another person. You know, so the guy is a troubled man in the county. So right now, let me give you a little background besides taking people land. Let me give you the history of this man. He's not a good man. So 2023, if you put Milton Teahjay over there, you will have your county to be in chaos 24/7. Right now, as you speak, Milton Teahjay fired himself from the Sinoe legislative caucus. He's not part of the caucus. He described the caucus as an acrimonious valley that amounts to nothing. He left the caucus. He went on radio on his radio station, which we call Radio Kigari in Sinoe County. He got on the radio without a shred of evidence, without a modicum of evidence, without an atom of evidence. The man accused the current superintendent of embezzling money in the county. No evidence to that effect. And it was Corona time. The man got on the radio and saying all these things. He did not say, you know what, people in Sinoe County, we have a pandemic right now. We have a sickness, and I want you to take X, Y, Z precaution. In fact, I'm bringing some buckets and stuff so you can wash your hands and stuff. Milton Teahjay got on the radio and said, the superintendent, in the middle of the virus, the man starting conflict in the county. The superintendent stole $100 million from Sinoe County account, the money that Prosper Brown, the former superintendent, left there. The man, they said the current superintendent, Lee Nambache, took the money and ate the money without evidence. No evidence to report to substantiate that. So the man is consistently fomenting conflict in the county. The man took 46 persons from payroll in his own district, from his own town, as a matter of fact. This is the man that wants to be re-elected by the people. You have to understand this, what the man who was a spokesperson for Charles Taylor, Deputy Information Minister under Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor, who murdered 250,000 innocent people. Milton Teahjay was happy to be his spokesman. This is the man that people are saying, oh, you'll be re-elected by the people. Milton Teahjay is the senator of Sinoe County. Besides taking people's land, Milton Teahjay put the people of the Sanquin district and the Tajowan people, put them together. There was a company in the county, the Madra Logging Company, or the Equatorial Pound Company, one of them. They were using the land to plant their palms, and they had a lot of people hired. Milton Teahjay went there and started a land conflict. And the company left the county. People are unemployed right now. The man, Milton Teahjay, who represents our county as a senator, the Sincon district in Sinoe County, it was passed into law under the interim administration. The guy, because of tribal hatred, Milton Teahjay refused. When He refused for the official of that district, that statutory district, for those people to get employed. So he ran a Boca campaign for years, and he was calling it Boca District. He called that Boca District in Sinoe County. Under Ellen Johnson Lee, they ran the propaganda, and the people left unemployed. That district wasn't operationalized. When George Weah came, Mr. Zarzar started that. And then the people, again, their name was forwarded. George Weah went to work, and the Senate, he was on the committee to confirm his own people. Milton Teahjay did not sign. He was a co-chairman on that committee. He refused to sign. Anyway, the people were approved. So I'm giving you the history of the man that's seeking re-election in the county. He has been in Congress for 7 years. Not a single bill that he has sponsored passed both chambers of Congress in Liberia. No. He sponsored a bill to make rape available in the country. When people rape, so they can pay money to the court and walk around free. He sponsored another bill to take the Sarpo people land, the Sinkin district. That's the kind of man we have in the county. And I can go on and on delineating his record. 74 projects, and when you're superintendent, the people giving the money, everything to undertake, the man ate the money. The projects were not implemented. Go read the audit report. It's right there. You will see it. I'm not making anything up here. They abandoned all those projects. And he got personal radio station. He got personal motel I call prostitution center. He building personal horses all over the place for himself. This is the man that wants to be lawmaker, re-elected in Sinoe County. We want to see how it plays out. But I'm just giving you the people of Sinoe County early voter education so you can know the man that you have. Right now, he has no friend in the county. You say he took Creighton Duncan, who was the representative for electoral district number 1. He took the man to the slaughter hall already, along with Tony Boy Noah. So he waiting to slaughter them. Whether that metaphorically or literally, we don't know. But he said they took themselves to the slaughter hall. Okay? So we can go on and tell about this man, but I'm quite sure the people of Sinoe County, they will not re-elect the man. He ran travel campaign and he was successful. But this time around, the people, they are perforated, they are permeated that tribal rhetoric, tribal politics they've been on in that place. We are putting somebody there who has no tribal philosophy. He's there to protect all the people in Sinoe County. And that person is Honorable Zarzar. Honorable Zarzar going to beat Milton Teahjay in Sinoe County. Take it to the bank, wherever you want to carry and play with it. Milton Teahjay will be flocked by Mr. Zarzar. The man whose picture you are looking at will beat that man. The man doesn't have a good record in Sinoe County. All right, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's how I have for you. I just want to look at your comments here. If somebody has something to say, so I can interact with your comments and call it a day. So the veteran himself, hey, Esoteric, how you doing, Honorable? Mr. Soul, how you doing? That's Propo. Charlotte, yeah, I know, right? Propo, that's it. Thanks for your show, brother. Thank you, Afra. Look at the late Tanzania president. Very good. Magufuli is another great leader. He was a great leader. Yes, he did what he did. He transformed that country in no time. Where were he for the past 12 years? Let he go from place to hide. These are all opposition's playbook. All right, so let me see. There's Marie over there. Well, for the past 12 years, I think there's a sense statement you were writing over there. So when you had your pro suit on, that means you with the government? Geraldine, no, I was, you see, the pro suit predated the pro government. You know, it been around before George Weah came to power. So the guys just, they took something that Nigerian people been wearing for decades and millennia, if you like, and they put name on it because George Weah wearing it, and they call it pro. No, So my suit, it has nothing to do with the pro-poor government. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you today. I want to say thank you so much for following the show. And we will be back here next week to give you more on the voice of Sinoe. We do not make it lazy. We'll give you the plain, no embellishment. We'll give it to you as is, whether you like it or not. That being said, we'll leave you with Queen of traditional music. As I blend it, let's reconcile and move our country forward.
Assembly, a problème, tout ça d'une main. A qui nous va, a qui a voulu, tout ça d'une main. A qui nous va, a problème, tout ça d'une main. Assembly, a qui a voulu, tout ça d'une main. I'm on delivery, get it do. I'm on delivery. I said I get it.
Watch out, we want peace and unity. Watch out.
All right. We want peace and unity in Sinoe County, every facet or every part of Liberia. And if possible, and that is possible, the whole world who want unity, peace. All right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we shall talk again.